Hey everybody, this is Everyday Commentary, and this is a really early Sweet Stuff Saturday. And the reason why it's early is because we're going camping this weekend. And so, whenever I go camping, I try to get something new so I can test it out. Because, you know, a lot of camping is just farting around. You're farting around outside, and so, you know, you can go out bushcrafting, you can go out camping, whatever you want to do. So we're going to go up to Vermont. We're going to go on a trail ride with horses and then camp out. So that sounds pretty fun to me. Hopefully my two boys will like it. But these are the two things that I got to take with us to test and fart around with. The first is this knife, which is a knife I have been wanting to get for testing for probably 2 years. And it is my very first full-size ESEE in for review. This is the SE4, and it is the one with the broom handle style handles. They call it the 4HM. Otherwise, it is exactly like the regular ESEEs. It is this cake on anti-rust finish, the 1095 steel, micarta handle. This one in particular came with a very nice, very nice. Look at that. Wait, that's the, there you go. The little thing up there was rattling. But if you hold the cord, you get nothing. Very nice Kydex sheath. This is a knife that I've wanted to get in for review because it's like right around that classic camp knife size. The BK16 is in this size range. The Feldhaven F1 is in this size range. The Bark River Bravo 1 is in this size range. The SE or the Survivor Knives GSO 4.5 is in this size range. This is just a really good sized knife to do a bunch of things outdoors with. You can do a lot of things with a knife this size, including split wood. I've batoned a lot of knives that are this size, and it works well. You're not going to baton like a tree stump, but you can definitely baton those like just beyond wrist thick pieces of wood, go right through it, split it open, keep going. And it doesn't really weigh you down. It's also small enough that you can do some real food prep tasks, which is quite nice. So I really like the 4-inch blade size. This is an interesting handle. I love simple handles, and it doesn't get much simpler than this. So we'll have to take a look and see how this does, and I'll report back. But I thought that was cool. This was super cheap. The nylon sock one was like 98. The Kydex one was 113. I hate those nylon sock sheaths, so this was an easy no-brainer. I don't know why they put this here. I'm going to probably put it back there. But everything else, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Nice Kydex sheath. I really wish they would not have put rivets here, because this basically takes the advantage of a taco-style sheath away. You know, the taco style sheath is thinner because the edge is like right up here instead of way up here, but whatever. It's not a killer, it's not a design flaw or a killer problem. It's just something that's like, you could have done a little nicer, but for a production style Kydex sheath, especially because I think this is the thicker stuff, this is really excellent. Great job. The other thing that I got in for review is this flashlight. So this is the Zebralight SC5C 2 limited edition. Zebralight is the last manufacturer that is making enthusiast grade flashlights that use a AA battery. And what I mean is they're the last ones that are innovating in that space. There's a lot of companies that'll use the 14500 battery size, but those lights won't take off the shelf AA batteries. And then there's a lot of companies that have like the vestigial AA battery flashlight in their lineup, but it's, you know, it's the same flashlight they've made for 15 years with maybe a little bit different clip or a little bit different body style. Zebralight is still innovating in AA flashlights that take off the shelf batteries. And this is the last or latest innovation. I wanted to review this light 3 separate times, and 3 separate times by the time I got money in the Spacebucks account to go get it, it was out of stock. And so I was worried that each time it went out of stock, that was the last one that they were going to have. When this came back into stock, I jumped on it. And this is a really, Really outstanding light. They have not really changed the format a lot, but they have done tons of little, what Spectacle calls QCI, constant quality improvements. And the end result is this is one hell of a refined piece of equipment. It is a great light. It does a lot of things really well, and it's not that big. Like the 47's Mark III is like right there. This is not that big, not that much bigger. It gives you a button. And as always, you get the, full power, or, wait a second, let's see if I can do this. I'm still getting full power, or moonlight, straight from off. That's the thing that makes the UI on the Zebralight so nice. As you can see there, timing is a little important. This is not a dead simple, like, give this to a muggle flashlight, but it's not so complicated. You can just tell somebody, you want light, just click the button and they'll figure it out. But this is a really nice design. It has a bolt-on clip. It can tail stand with the best of them. It's got a really nice orange peel on the inside here. This is not a TIR, so you don't get that squashy optics thing. It feels really good in the hand. The size is just right. There's this magic diameter to length kind of thing, and it just hits just right in my medium-sized hands. And the button, as you can see, is really depressed, and there's a reason why. I could put something right on there that's circular, and it's still, I have to tilt down, it still won't hit it. If you point it down, obviously it'll turn it on. But if you've got something on both sides like that, it's not going to depress the switch. And that was one of the things that a lot of people complained about the earlier Zebralights, that they could hot pocket because the side switch was so easy to press. This one is really down in there. It's not going anywhere. This light will not roll all that well. If you give it a push, you can get it over. But if you just sit it down, it won't roll. And it won't roll in two ways, because this will stop it from going that way. The little swell here for the electronics and the E-switch and the power. And then the other way, it's the bolt-on clip. One tiny thing that bothers me, I wish this clip was parallel. I know it shouldn't be, but it is. And that drives me nuts. And it's not a big deal. It's like just a preference thing. But the other thing is they have this space here in the head to allow the flashlight clip to connect to the body, but do so in a smooth manner. This is really an outstanding light, and it is really small for the size. I mean, I'm going to take the AA battery out, and you'll see this thing is tiny, but it's not tiny because it has thin walls. I mean, those are some legit thickness. Like, look at that. I mean, it is just absolutely tiny. You are getting a very compact light for the battery size. I mean, it's basically just the head and the battery, as if there's no spring, but there's a spring. Everything works nicely. Threads are well cut. They're not Acme threads, but this is a $60 flashlight, not a $250 flashlight. So I'm not going to lose sleep about no Acme threads. For $65, I think it was $65 or $67. This is a great buy. Really interesting light, and I'm looking forward to reviewing it. So have fun, and I will talk to you later.